All right, this is it. This is going to be my day one build. All right, now obviously there's going to be some adjustments that's going to be made once the game comes out. We figure out a little bit more at the cap breakers. And like I've been telling y'all in every single build video, you want to use my builds that I'm dropping right now before release as just a template of where is or a starting point on your build. Educate yourself, branch out, but just use this as a template, okay? Now, 6'6", 265 with a 6'10", 6'10" wingspan, right? Why is this so important? Well, because 6'6s have the best bang for your buck. So you want to make sure if you want to go with a build and you're not really caring about the small dribble animations, then go 6'6". Like there's no other height that's like 6'6 is the new 6'4. Okay, so you want to go 6'6". All right, and as I navigate through here, as we turn this on, all right. First comes first as we get to the top. All right, now finishing. This is where finishing is about to be cracked. So we have a 75 close shot that will give us our float game, our hook specialist, and paint prodigy on bronze. Nothing here out of the norm other than the fact that float game is really, really strong, okay? And again, I'm still trying to figure out where I want to specialize at, because as you know, if you specialize in that position, you will be able to get the another max +2 badge, a max +1, and you also get additional 3 cap breakers. So you want to keep that in consideration when you're doing these things. But for the most part, I am head over heels excited for something like this. All right, so as you see right here, the driving layup, I will get physical finisher. Remember when I was talking about how really strong physical finisher is, strong handles, especially when it comes to blow-bys. I mean, bulldozer being implemented in both the strong handles and physical finisher. And if you was watching my first video I dropped with Luka and LeBron James, they were absolutely just destroying weaker guards that were guarding them. They would just drive right by them, hit them with an elbow, go straight to the basket, push someone out the way. Like that physicality and that overpowerness is just going to make life so much easier, especially if you're not an ISO dribble head. You can still be an ISO player by having strong handles and physical finisher really high. So I'm going to go with this route. 90 driving layup was to get the physical finisher on gold, but also you basically get all the layups, right? So whatever layup ends up being great, you'll be able to equip. So keep that in mind also. Obviously, next with the driving dunk, I will be using 4 cap breakers here. 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, I'm sorry, 5. Use your 5 cap breakers here to get to 93 driving dunk. This will give you gold posterizer. And again, you can use your max +2 here to get this on Legend or Hall of Fame. But from what I saw playing on Hall of Fame difficulty and play now, gold posterizer was good enough. But I will say this, when you was playing with Zion, man, oh man, oh man, Zion, you know, with the Hall of Fame was cracked. So again, I'm still trying to figure out if I want to go higher, but I don't think I want to go Legend. I just don't want to kill the build that much by just draining so much into driving dunk. So again, that's something I'm still trying to take in consideration. I have an 81 standing dunk. This will give me rise up on silver, but it also will allow me to get all the post physical down low bad takeovers. So in order to get these takeovers, you need to have an 80 standing dunk. So you do need to put in that type of equity into a standing dunk if you want to get those takeovers. And obviously with this build, that's what I wanted, so I did that. All right. I don't know why I just zoomed through post control. So let's just go back to that real quick, because to me that is something I want to talk about. So you can see here, I have post up poet and post powerhouse both on silver. Right. Obviously, you need to go a little bit higher to get these on gold and etc. It require a higher post control, and I am not necessarily banking that I would need that, just because I am already going to be really strong, and we're going to talk about strength in a second. So I'm cool with the silver badges down low. I still feel like point guard, I mean lockdowns that are going to guard me, for the most part, if you're smart, for the majority of people are going to be trying to go with speed lockdowns, which you should, because you're probably not going to face a lot of these builds, but you're going to face a lot of very fast, shifty guards. So a lot of them are going to be going for speed, and their strength will probably only be 71, and they'll only have bronze and move on forcer. Okay, so just keep that in mind. When it comes to the shooting, the big one here is that obviously I'm at a 78 3 ball as I'm went right. What am I doing? Okay, so let's go back. Let me go back real quick. Let me pause this and go back, because I want to talk about, there we go. So you see right here, I have a 78 3 ball, okay? Now, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. So that will give me limitless. But obviously, I will use cap breakers here on my 3 ball. I just don't know where. I will make sure I get my lethal zones and that type of sort at the top of the key. And it'll also be predicated on what jump shot bases I would like. But set shot specialist on silver is good, but this is a primary ball handler build. So I'll be running, this is my point guard build. This is the build I'll be using ISOing with. So theoretically, I will want to have a higher 3 ball, but shooting was so easy and it's a pure green window. And I get those 2K20 vibes where, you know, I don't really need a high 3 ball, just get my hot zones and lethal zones at the top of the key. I be shooting consistently. But again, that is something I will take in consideration. And then we're going to see here, I have a 75 pass accuracy, which is way much more than I had last year. Last year I had a 65, so this is a come up, right? 75 pass accuracy, not really focusing that much on having a crazy high pass act, because for the most part, when you're ice on the top with a big build like this, passing lanes are going to open up because everybody's going to collapse on you in the paint. So you'll have easy passing lanes. 86 ball handle, very, very critical here. So this is one where you can consider specializing in. Getting those 4 extra cap break, getting to a 92 ball handle would just open up so much. You get unpluckable on gold, you get handles for days on gold, and again, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. Okay, so 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. So I only get a 91. I will probably make some adjustments here, try to get this in 88 so I can get ankle assassin and unpluckable. So as you can see, I'm already talking to myself about making some adjustments here, because I do want to be able to get ankle assassins, unpluckable, and hands for days on gold. So I will make some adjustment here. It'll probably be somewhere, I'll figure it out, but I'm gonna make some adjustments on that because I do want to get those. And then obviously the 80 speed with ball is important here. I will not be able to get lightning launch on gold. Might use a max +1 here, but again, finishing, shooting, playmaking, I will be looking to try to use where I want to specialize at. I'm still trying to figure that out. Once I get on the game, I will know, and I'll probably redo another build and show you what direction I went with my build, because I know a lot of y'all love that. I mean, since, you know, I always make a lockdown and I make a slasher, and my slasher's always been Zion. I hit legend with a lob threat back in 2K20, and every single year I made a Zion build. And this is going to be something similar to my Zion build defensively. All right, as you can see here, you know, there's a lot that can be done here, but I'm just not really going too crazy. I'm happy with the bronze badges on this. The defense is, to me, is way much better than it has been in other years, because the other years I didn't even have this much defense. So this is a come up in my opinion. All right, so as you can see here, I do have a movable enforcer on silver, which I always bank on. You can use a max +1 here to get that on gold. Bronze, pick dodger, on ball menace, and challenger, so I still have those. I also have bronze glove and interceptor, so I'm still capable of getting those passing lanes. Again, defensively, this build is way much better than it's ever been. And I also have silver rebound chaser. Think about that. I'm a slasher, I'm at the basket a lot. I will be able to I have a high offensive rebound, so I'm able to get those. Hell, I can even use a max +1 here to get this rebound chaser on gold if I need to. And I'm running guard, right? I also have a lockdown and a center on my team. So this is really fun, just to be able to bring this build back. And I'm really hoping if the gameplay is just like somewhere similar to 2K24, where, you know, the finishing is that good, I'm gonna have so much fun this year, because, you know, I love contact dunks. I love finishing on people, right? Pause. 85 speed. Don't sleep on the fact that I have 85 speed. Faster than I've ever been for a build like this. This just shows you how much bandwidth the 6'6" can give you. 77 on the agility, and then of course the big one here, as you're gonna see on the strength, you need a 93 strength. This is where I will use my next 5 cap breakers, and then now I will have strong handles on legend. So this build will have 93 strength. All right, 93 strength on this build, legend, strong handles. I don't need to do a max +1 or anything like that. I am going to be cooking with grease with this build. And then of course I have the 80 vert, which will allow me to get the gold posterizer when I upgrade my driving dunk. So just to recap, use 5 cap breakers on driving dunk, 5 cap breakers on strength. Then you can specialize in the area, and there's 3 more you can use. Make some adjustments potentially to ball handle. 86 ball handle is still good, but you can make some find a way to add 2 cap breakers there, which you could theoretically do by just using your season pass upgrades if that's still in the game. But at the end of the day, again, this is a template. This is not, you know, necessarily concrete. like, Stephen A. Smith always says, this is fluid, right? This is fluid. When he does his top 10, this is kind of how it is with these builds. It's fluid, right? It's not necessarily, locked in. Now, I know I'm not really big on layups, but since this build has already have a high driving layup and it's banked on physical finisher, this is a good one. Improves the ability to finish tough layups and floaters in traffic. So you could now start considering these. It'll also give you the driving dunk aspect also with the close shot. So I'm not necessarily saying that this is the worst, but I will not necessarily just blow it away. The big one here is going to be blur. Hello. I'll get my ball handling maxed out, especially once I get, if you use some cat breakers on the ball handle, which I recommend, I'll have a 99 ball handle, and then I have potentially an 83, 89 3 ball with the blur already having legend strong handles just blowing by people. Yeah, it's going to be toxic. So just keep that in mind. This is going to be a really, really toxic build. It's going to be really fun, especially with the blur animation. This will be the first animation that I will be trying to max out and get, because it is, to me, just that successful at getting to the basket or of doing the objective of just getting to the rim. And then as we scroll down here, we got another blur one, which is ball handle, speed with ball, and pass accuracy, which is good too. Again, maybe I don't need to worry about shooting. To have the extra speed with ball and pass accuracy with the ball handle is still good. So I like that one also. It's just crazy how you're able to unlock all these just by getting 80 speed with ball. Potentially trying to figure out where SGA and Luka Doncic, because their SIGs are crazy. So I will be looking into that and knowing and making adjustments to my build. If I need to get 84 speed with ball, I will definitely find a way to do that if it doesn't compensate my strength, because some of these SIGs from these bigger guards are really, really good this year. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander or SGA, Luka, Scottie Pippen, all been really good. Another blur one here with 3-point shot. Again, I'm not really necessarily saying I needed to have a higher 3 ball, so we'll just have to wait and see how that all pans out. And then, of course, as we work my way down, am I pressing play? Is it not moving? All right, yeah, there we go. Let's see. Then we got another rim runner with blur. Again, not a bad one at all either, because this does the driving dunk and driving layup. So there's so many options here. I'm gonna figure it out. Rim runner is fire though. Just letting you know exactly what I'm planning on doing. I'm just going to the basket. And we come down to one more. You got the lethal layup again. This is what layup. I want to necessarily do this one because I do want to make sure I have the blur animation, but those are all the animations. And then here you have it, my nephews and nieces, my Zion Williamson build. You see shades of Zion. Look at this, blow by bully finisher. Like, come on now. And then you check out the weaknesses. It says struggle holding post position defensively. Okay, I'm not being posted up anyway. Doesn't anticipate opponent. What is that? Y'all gonna roast me for this, dog. I don't know what that word is. Karams off the rim. I don't know. Anyway, lethal and then strengths. Let's talk about the strengths, right? Lethal transition dunker, plays well physically, effortlessly outruns other bigs, smooth finisher of motion, man. So y'all let me know in the comment section. Is this a W? Is this an L? Other than that, it's your favorite old head Uncle Jimmy. I'll be back really, really soon with the banger, man. When I say back soon with the banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.